fairly intuitive to you in terms of the way that sociology works. A couple of the major figures from this tradition are Durkheim and Parsons. And Parsons was actually the advisor of the guy who invented ethnomethodology, and that will come clear in a minute. So in this sort of traditional sociology, norms and rules are treated as things that are created, and they're learned, and they're followed, and they're perpetuated. Right? So this is sort of what you think about when you think about how communication works in society and culture. You tend to think, okay, well, people follow norms. We learn norms and then we follow the norms. In that sense, people follow these norms because they should, because they exist, and because they're relatively stable. They can change over time, but in this version of sociology, you follow them because they're there, and not following them is deviant. That means that things like roles and hierarchies, power and stuff like that are fairly stable concepts. Once you're in a hierarchy, that's, you know where the power is, and these things govern human behaviour. And I want to emphasise that things like roles, hierarchies and power, stuff like that, govern behaviour rather than just being part of behaviour. They govern it. And that means, in a sense, that traditional sociology thinks of you as kind of like an industrial robot. You do what you're told. Some programmer, someone magically in the world, writes the rules, and you follow the rules, and you don't deviate from the rules, or if you do, something's gone wrong. You build the car wrong, or something terrible happens. So that's the traditional version of sociology. Traditional sociology thinks of you as industrial robots. However, there is a branch of sociology called phenomenological sociology. Phenomenological sociology has, as its major figures, Schutz and Heidegger and Garfinkel, who was a student of Parsons. So a student of someone who was a major figure in traditional school turned his back on that and came up with something different. In this version of sociology, norms don't just exist as stable things, they're accounts for action. In other words, they kind of happen after the fact. They're things that people refer to after the fact to rationalise why things occurred, not necessarily why they should do what they're doing in a planful, before the fact kind of manner. And that means that people are observably enacting norms. And when we enact a norm, like sitting down in a theatre and taking, lecture theatre, taking notes, or the lecturer stands up here and sort of does these sorts of things, we're making our understanding of these norms visible in the moment, every moment, as we're going along. And it's not because we can read each other's minds. We don't have any ability to read each other's minds. We are not, in Garfinkel's words, and this is an important term, we are not judgmental dopes. We're not robots who simply follow the rules because the rules are there or because somebody wrote them.